Hello everyone and welcome to another SQL Server training session with Learn at Knowstar. We all know that if we want to find out the maximum value of a particular column in a table, then we can use the max function. But what if there are multiple columns and for a single row, we want to find out which of those multiple columns has the maximum value? How this can be done in SQL, this is what we are going to see in this video. So let's get started. So we are going to be working with this sample table. It's a sales table and we have worked with this earlier in one of our pivoting tutorials. So what we have here is a column called category and it's sales in different years. So we have different columns for each year for the sales amount. And now our requirement is that we want to find out that what was the maximum sales amount for that particular category, and it could be in any of those years. So we basically want to find out the maximum value lying in any of these columns from 2015 to 2020. Now one way to do this is to use the case statement. If we have a limited number of columns, let's say we have only these 3 columns to consider, so we want to find out the maximum value out of 2018, 19 or 20, then we can probably go with a case statement. But if the number of columns increases, then writing that case statement would become more and more tedious and it would be difficult to understand. So there is a better approach that we can take, and that is what we are going to discuss now. So we are going to be starting with writing a simple select query, and this is what we have got in the sales table. Now let's break down this query. So what I'm going to do is select the first column, that is category. And now my requirement is that I want to find out the maximum sales value out of all these column values, and it could lie in any of these years. So I'm going to do a max on the sales amount. So let's call it sales for now, and we'll see how it works. And now I'm going to create a user-defined table, or I'm going to create a derived table, which is kind of a temporary table. So it is going to be the result of a table valued function, which is value. So I'm going to write from, and now I'm going to create my derived table, and it is created by using the keyword values. And then you need to give your brackets, and whatever value you want to put in this table, you have to put those values over here. So the values that we want this table to have are these different columns, and since we have numeric column names, so I'm going to put them within the square brackets. So what you need to do is within the round brackets, you have to put whatever column name you want, and each column name should be within the round brackets. The square brackets I am using because in our case the column names are numeric. If they are not, then you can do away with the square brackets. You do not need to use them. And now since I have all these columns, I'm going to put all these values inside the values clause. Okay, so now that I have all these values in here, I'm going to close the bracket. I'm going to treat this as a table. So from this table, and I need to give a name for this table, and I need to define a column name for this different data that I have entered into this table. So I need to write it as and give any table name that you want. So we can give it a name as sales table, and we can call the column as sales. So these are user defined names. You can give any name that you want. So this is going to be our table, and since now we are doing a max of sales, so this column name over here has to be the same as the name that we're giving over here. So this is your user defined table name for the derived table, and this is your column name, and then we are going to call it as max sales, and this is from the dpo.sales table. And if we run this query, we are going to get the maximum values of sales for these two categories that we had. So how did this function actually work? Let's split it down. Let's make a simple query using this function. So I'm going to write select, Okay, and now let's go about making this derived table that we did using the values clause. So select star from values. Okay, and then you need to define your values. So let's define some constant values in our case. So let's just define 1 2 3 4. So 1 2 3 4, and then you have to define a column name and a table name. So let's define it just as table, and let's define the column name as A, and this is a table, so you have to define it like this, bracket here. And if you run this query, you will see that the output of this query is 4 records with the values that you provided over here. So now we have provided constant values, and this values clause, this treated them as a table. So the output of this statement is a table. It's a table valued function, and all the constant values that we provided became rows for this function. Now let's say we want to find out the maximum of these values. So if you want to find out the maximum of this value, then I can just put over here max and the column name. So the column name is A, max of A, from this table that we just created using the clause of values. So if I do that, I'm going to get the maximum value. Now in this case, we have hard coded the values that we passed to this clause and which became different records for this table. In case where we want to use a column from an existing table, then we can pass the column names as values to this values clause, and it would treat those column names as different records of the table of the derived table, and then you can perform your aggregate functions on those different records. So this is how you can use the values clause and calculate the max of any value in any table if you have multiple columns that need to be considered, and you need to find out the maximum value out of those multiple columns. And this is a very effective way to write this query, and it is easy to understand as well. So this is all about the values function. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then please do not forget to like, comment and share this video. And also please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel because we'll be posting many more videos soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Goodbye.